One of the biggest problems a human being has is when they find themselves in this reality, they try to survive, live, and make it, you know. They think it's some sort of a farm, a school, a home, uh, like, but remember, you find yourself here, and you ain't from here, and you ain't staying here, right? So, what I want to say to you is this world is a temple, not a place to try to survive and keep your body alive. That's the biggest problem. Manly P. Hall talks about it. Man uses all his mind power to keep his flesh alive. But we find ourselves here, and we don't know that this world is a temple of waking. The Fool of Tarot, to your spiritual fullness. And that can only happen when you're paired with your union of opposites. If all mankind knew that right now, we would completely be using this world differently. The way it's supposed to be is you should, if you were here and things were the right way here in this temple, it would be quieter. And it would be a long time before you cross paths with another human being. You'd be immersed with nature, the stars, air, light, moon, water, the animals. And then every now and then you might cross paths with another one of your kind. We got it all wrong here. We find ourselves here, and because we're not educated by the older ones that are here, they're in the same blindness, we think we've got to figure out how to get a job, get a career, get a mate, have a home, stay out of jail, stay off drugs. If we just knew that this place is a temple, imagine this place with no cities on it. Imagine this place with like 500 million people worldwide. The only people you'd really ever associate would be with members in your region, of your community, clan, kin. And they would all be at the same path around the same purpose you are, and that is to wake. What does it mean to wake? It means that your thought consciousness finally realizes that it has a twin, and that's feeling consciousness. That's a heavy lift. When you begin to realize you're not an individual, you're a twin individual. And you're in a relationship, a sacred one, with yourself first. And when you get to that point, that's the journey of the fool, the journey of the adolescent soul. When you get to that point, which I am not at yet, I might have the map, but I'm not there yet. I'm with you guys right here. But this union of opposites, the sacred marriage, conjunctio, that's what this world is about. And if it was not covered with cities and asphalt and concrete and governing bodies and perverts and freaks and nasty neighbors and all the other shit we see out here, you'd be walking through these forests and through these lands in communion with yourself. But the way everything is out here, it makes you break connection with yourself. And you have to be basically under the hypnosis of reality. And reality as we see it is not pleasant. So we're scared, we're depressed, we don't know what to do, we're confused, blah, 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 blah. But if this place didn't have any cities on it, didn't have any of this man print, and it was pure nature, and your kinfolk from who you birth in were aware of the purpose of living, which is to wake, you'd be in a perfect place to do it. Imagine this place with no cities, no governing bodies, no wars, no militaries, no hard-ass motherfuckers, just people that are waking to their full spiritual nature. You're trying to become spiritual, that's stupid. You're already supremely spiritual. You just need to wake to that. And the way to do that is become less physical. Your thoughts are dominating your mind, and your mind is a pair of consciousnesses, so one is suppressed, and the one that is suppressed is the one that knows, and the one that is suppressing the one of you that is suppressed is the one that believes. This world, the world, is a temple. It should not be touched. We should have offspring coming in and leaving here rather quickly. If the adults could were on the right path, and the offspring coming in would see what the deal is here, and that is to come to experience yourself, to come to understand your own yin yang nature, your duality as all things are, and that powers you up, right? If both your poles are connected, then you got the third, you got the power, right? Me and myself together make I. This world is a temple. And in the Bible, the money changers turned it into a commercialized venture within the temple. And this quote unquote Jesus came in and knocked all the tables over. Because this is my Father's house, Father Time. And we've monetized it, commercialized it. And it's all based in and rooted in a very pathological perception of yourself. And that is that you find yourself here, and the first thing to do is try to get comfortable and survive, without regard to this whole process of understanding where you are, where you came from, why you're here, and where you're going. And we've all listened too much to other people tell us what's up. And the one to listen to is the other you, the one that you don't know about, your feeling self. It has all the answers. If you walk with yourself, man, you will find it. And the world is a temple, but it's been monetized, commercialized, profaned. But you don't have to be influenced by that. Oh, it could influence you. But if you're in control of your own mind, you realize you're coming through some kind of very cool, hard, growing place. And the temple is tough. And this temple is tough. Even the world will always be a temple. I don't care what man does to it, the man print. Because the temple is in you. You are the temple. And eventually, from walking around out here, and I don't care what shape it's in, you come to realize this. And you make adjustments to your own relationship with yourself to yourself, so that the outer begins to change. The inner causes the outer. This world is a temple. And if you don't wake here soon, if you don't wake while you're here, they're going to give you a wake on the night before your funeral. And that's as far as you got.